What's going on, guys? This is Chris Weidman. I appreciate you checking out my channel and the latest episode of my podcast, Won't Back Down. I've got a great show planned for today, but before we begin, let me tell you about our show's presenting sponsor, BioXcellerator. BioXcellerator is the world leader in stem cell therapy and regenerative medical research. Through the use of their powerful golden stem cells, they help patients heal from joint and orthopedic injuries, autoimmune disorders, spine and disc damage, and neurological trauma. I recently just got back from Medellin, Colombia, and it was such an amazing experience. First-class experience between the staff, the stem cells, the hyperbaric chambers, the massage therapists. It really was an amazing wellness trip for me, and I'm excited to get all my joints back to brand new. I highly recommend it to all the athletes out there. Anybody who have any injuries or autoimmune disorders, please check them out. They are truly working wonders out in Medellin, Colombia at BioXcellerator. Thanks again to BioXcellerator for helping me create this show, Won't Back Down, which is also available on Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. How you doing, brother? Congratulations on this last win this weekend against Marlon Moraes. What was he, ranked number 6 in the world? You went out there and did what the machine does and put it on him. How are you feeling?
Thank you so much, Chris. I feel great. I feel amazing now.
Yeah. And this was, in my opinion, your best fight. Not because you completely, dominated from beginning to end, but because you hit adversity and you overcame that adversity, and then just completely dominated the fight. And the tides had turned. And I feel like this being a little earlier in your career, before you're fighting for the title, I think that's an experience that is so important to have, to show the world, to show yourself, and just to gain that experience of being able to get, hit with a good shot by one of I don't know if there's anybody in the UFC that hits harder than him at bantamweight. To get hit with that shot, show a strong ass chin, and collect yourself and get to the game plan moving forward to dominate the rest of the fight. What was that experience like for you?
First, thank you so much, Chris. From you means a lot. You inspire me. And then I was look up you always, like you was at my first professional fight. And you mean the words from you means a lot for me. Thank you so much. So the experience, like you called me the day before, you told me go and do your best, and that's what I was gonna do it. My mentality was just go fight hard and whatever. And then I was ready for everything. Actually I watched some fights day before, and I see him again. He was dangerous and he throws hard, and I was ready for everything. And but when I was fighting I don't feel any danger. Even he rocked me out. Of course, I realized I was a little bit troubled, but I was still fighting. I don't feel any nervous or nothing. I was still fighting. And when fight was, and of course, second round, I take him down, and I was dominant and doing smart. And win the fight. After when I was seeing the people's reaction, I was a little bit shocked because I think it was a regular fight, but when I see video and I see I was in the trouble, and I come back and that was a really good experience. And
it was an amazing fight to see. People like to see people hit adversity, almost lose, and then able to fight back from that. And that's what you were able to display. Going into a fight as a fighter, obviously you have to go into a fight thinking the worst case scenarios and then imagine yourself overcoming them, So I would get into a fight, and my mindset before the fight would always be, okay, even if he drops me with this monster shot, I'm going to keep my eyes open. I'm going to grab a leg. I'm going to squirm square myself together and figure out a way to win no matter what. And I think that's usually your mentality going to fight. But I feel like this one was a little different. I spoke to Longo, and he said he talked to you maybe a few days before the fight, and he was telling you like, Merab, listen, like, you're gonna have to fight you're gonna have to go through some fire on this one, you know. And he said you were like, yeah, we'll see. I think in your head maybe you were, you know, I want to be unscathed, so not get too much damage and just dominate. But I think Longo put in your head, you know what? This guy Moraes is tough. He hits hard, and I may get hit with some good shots here, but I'm willing to walk through that fire. Tell me about that conversation. And then, like he said, your tune changed. You went and watched some videos and things changed. But tell me about that conversation and what happened and why it was different.
Yeah, you're right. Ray was telling me, Merab, this fight, it's gonna be hard. Yeah, but you know, like I don't want to stress myself like 2 months before, 1 month before, because I want to focus on my training, and I want to sleep good. And I know it's every fight is hard, and Marlon was another my opponent. I wasn't stressed myself too much, you know. I said, yeah, I'll be fine, and you know, I'll be fine. I was like staying positive. And then like the last week, the fight week, of course I'm focused on weight cut. You know, it's so stressful, like cut weight, and we always make weight, but you always yourself think, you know, I'm gonna make weight. You know, you wanna make weight first. So, and then once I make weight and I start eating, I said, oh, let me watch now Marlon's fight. And I started.
So you started watching his fights after you weighed in?
Yeah,
you had a full belly. Yeah. That's when the fight begins. I agree.
Yeah, so exactly. That's what happened. And I was watching Marlon's fights, and I watched, and then I saw, wow, this guy dangerous. He kicks hard. Oh my God, he throws hard punches. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get hurt. Like, you know, that's what I realized. And then when I see Ray and Matt and Al join, I was said, no, it's gonna be. Then we have again conversation, and then they told me, yeah, we gotta go war now. And I was ready at that time. I was ready, and a couple of minutes later, you called me, and I said, yes, that's. And then,
hell yeah.
And then I was prepared myself, yes, for like war, and and then I got. It's crazy. Like I was gonna throw hard punches. I don't accept that I can drop like from the head, because I never got dropped in a fight before.
Yeah.
That was my first time, and I said I was rocked. I was pretty confident that I was good. Inside, I don't feel any danger. I was feeling like regular, no problem. Yeah. I was thinking I was control fight, but then when I see video, I was
Bro, it was amazing. Yeah. And what Longo told me, you said after you went, so it's funny. So before the fight, you're focusing more on the weight cut, which I do the same thing. You know, you focus on your training during training camp. Make sure you train as hard as you possibly can every day, right? And then fight week, it's like, all right, I gotta make weight, you know. So your focus is on that. And then all of a sudden you make weight, you get the food in your stomach. It's like, holy shit, I'm actually fighting tomorrow. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
And then you decide to watch Marlon's fights, and you're like, holy crap, I got a hard fight coming up here. And it's like the fight or flight thing, it seems like you went through. It's like, all right, well, it's either I'm going to get my ass kicked by this guy, he's really good, or fuck that. Because what Longo said, you said, was like, I'm ready to die. He's going to have to kill me. Yeah. And Longo said, once he heard that, he goes, I know we were good. That's all I needed to hear.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Like how you explained, good. So exactly, that's what happened, and that's why I was taking, you know, because I was honest, you know. I was sharing my opinion, you know. When I see, really, I watch like a very close his fight, and that's where I realized that I was honest, you know. I wasn't scared. I was just realistic, you know, that fight should be hard, and then Ray was happy. Then, you know, I finally say,
of course, Longo's like, all right, he's not afraid to kill himself in there, so that's all I need to know. He was happy. Yes. But you know what? That is the best and really only way to go into a fight, is to really be willing. I know that might sound barbaric to people who don't fight, the fact that you're willing to die and he's going to have to kill you. All these, words, people think that, oh my gosh, that's crazy. What kind of person would say that? But to go into a cage fight against the best guys in the world, that really has to be your mentality. You have to be willing to die in there. Right. And that's the guys that you see. That's the guys that you see and you look up to, because you see their heart. You see them get put in situations that most people wouldn't come from and might want to quit. But they already have in their head, they're willing to die. So there's no stopping them, And the best fights you'll ever see is when you got two guys with that same mentality who both are thinking, there's nothing this guy could do to me other than kill me to stop me,
Right.
So it was amazing, man. I'm proud of you. You are the best dude ever. Everyone loves you from our team, Sarah Longo. You carry the flag better than anybody. And being from Georgia, the country Georgia, and then coming to Long Island, it's a rarity. I mean, we don't recruit. The Sarah Longo team, we have never recruited anybody. It's a diamond in the rough on Long Island with some of the best coaches in the world. But yet we don't recruit. Everybody on our team is primarily from Long Island. You might get some guys from, upstate New York come down, or, New Jersey or Connecticut. But for the most part, the main nucleus of the team is Long Islanders. Staten Island, up there, Bazooka in there. And then you have Merab. And people might, you would think, how does he fit in that team? Like, he's not from Long Island. But it's crazy how you became the heart, the pulse of the Sarah Longo team. How were you able to infiltrate us? How did you do this?
Come on, because you guys are amazing. That's why once I come to the team, I felt the love, and then of course I gotta, how it's like how they treat you. You wanna treat same, right? You wanna, I don't know how if I say right.
Yeah, you're saying it right.
Yeah, so and then our team is really, really amazing. Everybody feels good energy when you come in. Everybody happy, everybody smiling. Nobody. It's about it's not about who you are or if you are world champion, whatever. It's just if you're a good person, you're good. You gotta smile, and it's it's good team, good, no drama, it's good positive energy, our gym, and of course, and whatever, man, we are hard workers, and we're hard worker people. It's always we connect to each other, so and then we are together, we are a good team. So
I agree. So you're back on Long Island already, right?
Yes.
I saw, were you in the gym on the treadmill the day when you just got back, and you're on the treadmill in the gym? So how we feeling, man? And what made you go right back to the gym?
Feel great. Feel great because, especially we, I was accepted break my legs or something, but now I feel great. And
please, don't look at me and say break your leg, please. Don't say break your leg to me, please. That's disrespectful, Merab, please.
I know.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know. I should not say that, but
that's all good.
Yeah, but I heard you doing. I mean, I saw you how motivated you are. You already training, and this is good, man. Happy for you.
Thank you. I'm surprised at myself, to be honest. So I had that second surgery 6 weeks ago, and Tom Lane, right, the wrestler.
Yes.
He came over to my house, and I was going to train him because he's fighting Ring of Combat with 6 of our guys at Sarah Longo who are fighting Ring of Combat October 22nd. And I was just going to train him, help him out. It's his first pro debut. And next thing I know, we're play sparring. The next thing I know, we're really sparring, and we're wrestling, doing jiu-jitsu. I'm like, holy crap! I wasn't sure. I knew I was going to do everything I could to come back and fight again. But until I started training with him again, I wasn't sure how my leg was going to really react. But now I know for sure I'm coming back and I'm going to fight again. So I'm very excited. And seeing you has always been an inspiration, whether it's in the gym, now watching you fight, in the UFC. There's nobody who works harder than you. You are the machine for a reason. Just to give people an idea, Rob is the type of guy, since I knew him. Usually, a fighter, he comes to the gym. if you're in really good shape, you might do 3 5-minute rounds with maybe one guy or another guy comes in, you switch it up. Merab is the type of guy he'll do 5 5-minute rounds with a different guy every time. He'll come out and he'll start looking around the gym and asking other people if they want to spar. And he'll look at me. He'll look at, a guy even bigger than me. He doesn't care. And it's not because he wants to hurt anybody or dominate anybody. He just wants to work his ass off and do everything he possibly can to just make sure he's, outworking everybody. And I don't think it's because you even want to outwork everybody. I think you love it, right? What like, tell me why you work as hard as you do, and like where does that come from?
I mean, like, like you are a wrestler yourself. I'm a judo guy. Like it's like a wrestling but with the gi, and it's a real sport. Like I mean, if you want to get better, you gotta do live wrestling. You gotta keep push yourself, push your cardio, and same like I'm like old school. Like yeah, every training is good. Like every workout, cardio, lifting, heavy, whatever. But I like more like practice, like wrestling or jiu-jitsu or kickboxing or sparring. And of course, every time I have a chance and opportunity to like wrestling with somebody or jiu-jitsu or even sparring, it's real already. It's a real fight. And yeah, I want as much as possible because challenge myself, push my cardio or work hard. It's a real and it's easy for me. And I always love to get better. And that's why I always try to like do real matches. Like it should be sparring, wrestling, or jiu-jitsu. And yeah, I love live, like live training.
Yeah. You don't like drilling that much.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm the same way. I got issues with drilling. Every time I drill, I get better, but it's just hard for me to do it. I just so much rather just go live.
Yeah, it's a little annoying, right?
Yeah, it's just boring. You're boring.
Yeah, boring.
Yeah, going live is it's fun. It's what we do.
Yeah, right.
A lot of the MMA community over the years has changed. New science has come out, and everyone's worried about like CTE and brain damage. So a lot of people stop sparring as much. Like I remember Cowboy Cerrone came out; he doesn't spar anymore. Robbie Lawler, I think, came out; he doesn't really spar anymore. A few times maybe during a training camp. But then a guy like you, how many times are you sparring? And what do you think of the idea of people who decide they don't want to spar because they don't want to leave it all in the practice room? They want to bring it to the cage. That's kind of like what they will say. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah. So like some people really sparring hard, like even like Al Quinta, when he's sparring, he always bleeding or somebody bleeding.
Because he's a bleeder. His nose always bleeds though, even if he gets hit with a little jab.
They throw the boxing exchanges, like they just always going war. So me and Aljo had movement wrestling, scrambling, like go out there, like, and then we not like, let's say if Aljo see me, I'm opening, he's not gonna like charge me like crazy. He's gonna maybe touch me, but not like, so, and I do same for my other sparring partners. So like if I take somebody down, I'm not like gonna punch to like something. So I'm not, thank God, I'm not taking too much damage when I sparring. And I think this is more easy, and it's which more wrestling. It's like more, I'm not taking too much damage in sparring or even fight. I think because some people style, they do like a strike and they exchange punches, and of course they take damage, and it's not good. So I understand if you have a style, you gotta die or you gotta get killed. You should not. You gotta figure it out something else. But like we use like wrestling style, and then we had moment we're not taking too much damage. We gotta keep sparring it. That's how I think.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think one, for all those up and coming MMA guys out there, or anybody who's listening, I think if you're a fighter, I think sparring is super important, but also finding sparring partners that you could trust. Where if you do hit him with a big shot, you know, you're not looking to hurt him more than that. You know, it's not like you're going to try to finish him. It's all about pushing yourself as hard as you possibly can, getting yourself as tired as you could possibly make yourself, so the fight's easier. So if it's on your feet, it's throwing as many strikes as possible. Not everyone has to be super strong. Getting into those wrestling positions, which is the most exhausting part of fighting, and just nonstop grinding. You know, nonstop grinding where you're not hurting the other person. You're not trying to, give them a concussion or anything like that, but you're just going to nonstop throwing punches. Even if you get on top, you get mount position. Are you going to be pounding his face out? No. Are you going to be elbowing his face? No. Hit the freaking mat as hard as you can, if you want to exhaust yourself. I think the key in sparring is to exhaust yourself as much as you possibly can without without giving too much damage to the guy you're fighting, the guy you're sparring, your training partner, or to yourself. If you get hit with a good shot, well, okay, you better start doing some fakes and start moving your feet and looking for a takedown. And I think you do a great job with that. You and Aljo and all you guys, you guys all understand. You guys all spar hard. If people walk into the gym, they're like, "Oh, that's hard sparring," but there is a science to what you guys are doing. There's a lot of thought that's going to be behind it. It's not that you're just trying to knock each other out. It's about you guys are just trying to exhaust each other, and push each other and make each other tougher and better. And that's the secret.
Yes, Chris. And sometimes, it's the sparring. Okay, I will keep talking about sparring.
Yeah.
You said right. I agree with you 100%. So, and the some people sparring like open mats. It's I think it's different. It's technical. It's not that hard, but you can, because somebody can back up, run, go outside, and nothing can happen. But when you're sparring in a cage, it's more hard because you have cage, you gotta wrestling, you gotta stay in, and it's hard. But like you said, you gotta choose good sparring partner, and then the sparring in the cage very important because you getting real. It's like very close to fight, and sometimes more hard than fight, I think. So and then the sparring in the cage very important, I think, because as sometimes I go with somebody like open mats sparring and they better than me, but once we lock in a cage, it's different.
100%. I hate open mat sparring because there's too much running away. It's too much running away. It's harder to set up takedowns. There's no boundary. There's no spot where the guy has to set his feet and throw. He could just keep running and running and running.
Yes.
It completely changes the whole dynamic of the game. Let's talk about where you're from and your venture to America. And what that whole experience was like, why, and how you made that happen. So let's start first, where you grew up in Georgia, what that was like, your childhood, and obviously you started with judo, and just your whole experience in martial arts, and what made you come to America.
Okay, it's a little bit long story, but I will.
Let's go. It's all right. We have all the time in the world.
Okay, so I'm from country Georgia, and it's a Georgian. It's like a lot of mountains, and like it's outside of city. Like there is village, then people are doing farms. They have cows, chickens, and like this. They do farms. They make own food, and that's I from this like one of those like this village they call Vani. My family was regular, like a farmer family. Like we was making our food. Like we have a corns, and nuts, like walnuts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And we used to have a cows. We was milking, like making,
milking the cows.
Yeah. And
not the bulls, right? You don't milk the bulls. No. I hope you didn't make that. They take a lot. They take a little warm up. You gotta warm them up a little bit.
Yeah. So we was making our own cheese, and And anyways, So like as a farmer family, and then I was growing, and then I since I remember myself, maybe when I was 3, 4, 5 year old, I was always outside play. I was always climbing the tree and then eating like all the uh, fruits from the tree, and growing up outside with the kids. It's like, and then everybody like everybody close to each other, everybody knows to each other, everybody cousins, and everybody like in my village. Sometimes the kids was playing at my house. We go somebody's my neighbor's house, and like this good life. Like a very uh,
Sounds like a nice life.
yeah. So and then,
Did you have a grocery store? Or did you eat all the food off your own land?
Like I'd say once in a week or maybe once in 2 weeks, somebody from family was going to center of the village I was living, and then they could do groceries, some maybe like salty, sugar, something simple. But we used to make our onions or like potatoes or like usually we used to have our food.
How about meat?
But meat, okay, that time was okay. I will explain. So meat, we used to have a chicken, and if somebody guest came, and then the meat, you gotta kill the chicken and cook the chicken like a soup, chicken soup or something. That this is every time guests coming, always we have a good food. If no guests, we was eating veggies.
That's it. Okay.
Yes, we love guests, and we take care. We love visitors or like this. And if somebody used to come, sometimes we used to have a goats too. Sometimes my father used to chop the head of the goats, and we used to eat goats too. Like
No cows.
Yeah, we used to have a cows, but
Not you weren't eating the cows.
yeah, we was eating, but it's too big, and it's we wasn't like for us. No, it's only maybe if we have to sell. Maybe we just kill. Maybe we leave some of them like some of the meats, but like most you gotta sell because make money. Like if you have cows, you gotta sell.
That's good money. Yeah.
Yeah, to make money, for like clothes, you're making all food, but you still need the money for clothes. You still need the money for like some salty sugar, like something like this.
Yeah.
So, and then I have 2 older brother, and then I wasn't really working hard in my farms because usually kids working to help the family, but me, I was just bringing water to them, and like when they was working in the farm and like this, I was.
That was it. You were the water boy.
No, I was doing some. I was taking care of some animals. We used to have. I said, we used to have goats and like this, and. But I was running horses and like doing fun things and like always out with my friends, and like I have a crazy life, whatever. And then to Greece, I was in same town school, but after I was 9 years old, my 2 older brother came to students, and my mother, my father, my 2 brothers came students. They moved to the capital city to. Okay, my brother going to capital city to university, and then my parents moved there for support, like to like work city and support my brothers. And then they couple months later they take me to school in capital city too. And my parents was working hard, and my brothers was students in university. I was still doing crazy things in the streets in the capital city because I was there.
You were the farm boy, just running around.
Nobody was controlling me,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was. And then that time.
What were you doing? What were you doing on the streets? What's the name of the capital city?
That was bedtime, because when I born 1991, the Georgia left Soviet Union first. And then we always was independent country. We have our own language, tradition, all alphabets. But when we left Soviet Union, we have to create our money. We have to we don't have a gas, we don't have a light because everything was connection. And then we came independent country, and then we started growing up, and it was criminal. Lots of doctors or or teacher stay without job, and that was bedtime. And then like most time we don't have a lights because like we have a light sometimes maybe 2 hours in a day or something, very bad time.
And now
So,
this is in the capital city or back in your farm?
The village was more bad because like from 1901 to 2000 was more bad time, but in the village was easier because village you don't really need too much technology, but in the capital city you need the light because you need the refrigerator, you need the cook, right? You cannot like you cannot do like old style barbecue, you know, like
yeah.
So that was a little hard. And but yeah, capital city wasn't light, was going in and out, and the teachers or who was working the government wasn't you know, like the money sometimes they wasn't getting every month's money. Sometimes once in a year or something. Very bad time. Yeah, that was very bad time. It was criminals in the country because that was bad time. So and I was always street and some fights. I got a lot of fights because you have to be tough in my country. It's like we was fighting for stupid things like why you look me like this, and I from this town, and like you are like where you from or something like this stupid.
Yeah.
And then and then you gotta sometimes your friend has a fight, you gotta help your friend, and anyways, so and then but I wasn't like a bad boy, like a criminal, but like my age guys, they was like stealing some stuff and like doing bad things, but I wasn't like, thank God I wasn't criminal, nothing.
Yeah, you were good.
I'm fighting, I was okay. And yeah, I have trouble in the school every time the teacher always calling my father, you gotta come here, your kid is crazy. Fighting.
What were you doing in school? You were just fighting everybody?
Hey man, you know, like
or talking
like
back to the teachers?
No, not back to the teacher, but you know, if I don't like, you know, if I see somebody treating somebody like bad, or I see somebody was rude, it doesn't matter how old he was, I was punching and I was always fighting. Yeah. So and yeah, like most of the fighting school, like, that was my problem. So and then, but so I forgot to tell you, when I was village and when I was 6 years old, I started judo, but and then the 1 or 2 years later, the school closed because like teacher wasn't able to continue. So when I moved capital city, like we was renting a room, and then we started like life from nothing. Like my parents was working, we was renting house. That was financially wasn't good for me, you know. Like and then I wasn't couple months I wasn't able to like maybe a couple of years I wasn't able to go sports, you know. But and then like after 2-3 years later, I started again. I started training again judo, and I was always, you know, like active kid, always play outside soccer or rugby, or you know, it's very popular in our country. Or so. A long story short, yeah. Once I started like training judo, and yeah, I wasn't hang out anymore like street. I wasn't doing bad things in a school, and I came smart, and then I was focused on my thing, and then I have a goal to become Olympic champion or competing in Olympic. Like we have Olympic champions in my country, and I have different goals, and I can good student or good little sportsman. I was doing good things only, and then I was working hard, training hard, and yeah. And then the economic after 2003, we have a new president and a new government, and then the criminals stop leave the country, and a good police, no more corruption, and the country started growing up, and lots of tourists, and everything growing up, and every day life was getting better and better. My brothers, they finished university, they started job, we was good financially, and then my life was good after, you know. And And I was just training of focus of training. But after 2008, they changed the rules in judo that you cannot grab any more leg. So, and then my main best combination was like grab like the kimono here and then grab the leg. And I was taking down everybody. So, but after they changed rules and I cannot grab the leg, that was my move, and I cannot competing good. And then I started thinking to, oh, maybe I should go army and become army officer, and and then just become like like support my family, and then like maybe if in my country has a problem with Russia, and if I have to go war Russia Georgia, I defend my country and like this. And but and after judo I started competing sambo too. Sambo is very similar like a judo, and then I was doing good in sambo. But and then I heard they was doing MMA tournaments, and I can just go and compete, no problem. I was able to go there. And then I was always interesting, but I never have a chance for this. And I was interesting, and I go. I said, yeah, I want to fight. They said, okay, what weight class, whatever. They bring me somebody, a little bigger guy, karate guy, and then. My first fight, I was excited. So I signed up for my first fight, and I was so excited. My opponent was a karate guy. He was bigger than me. And when fight started, I started taking down and throw crazy fight without training. I was just fighting from instinct, and I was using like judo wrestling. And that fight was so excited, very interesting. And the people was going crazy, like they were screaming. And that's where I realized, I said, this is my new sport. I love this. With this, I can be successful. And I said, I find in myself, this is what I want to do all my life. And yeah, I win this fight. And after this, I started going MMA gym and started training. And I was fighting in Georgia. And in that time in Georgia, started MMA really good. We have a good competitions, like really good shows, nice shows. I win like 10 fights there, but those fights, I don't have an official in mixed martial arts. Even some guys has, like in Sherdog, but I don't know why, but they don't put me in the official. I don't know why.
Oh, so they didn't put those 10 fights on there.
Yeah, no, but even it was like a professional, like without shin pads and nothing. The guys was pro guys.
Elbows too, or no elbows?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, like it's UFC rule. It was UFC rules, exactly.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, how'd you do in those fights?
We was fighting in a ring. So my fight was like this. If I was fighting wrestler, I was going throwing crazy punches. I was always able to win, like with the strike. I don't know. I was fighting instinct crazy, and I was always able to win. And if I was fighting with the strike, I always take him down. And I was finishing guys, but I was doing very good. And after. I came USA. Yeah, so I came USA. Okay, should I say this is long story too?
Yeah. Oh no. This is good. I want to know why you came to America.
Yeah. So after fighting in Georgia, of course, I have a dream to fight US and to go UFC. Of course, UFC is a big show, but in my head, I was thinking, to go USA, everything is easy, like it's in movie. Everybody thinks, go US. Everything gonna come. So, and 3 fighters from Georgia who was doing good. They give us fight in South Carolina to amateur fights, and then they give us visa. And then, so we have to change three flights. Like we go Germany first, and then we go come USA in Charlotte, and then from Charlotte we go to South Carolina.
Gotcha.
And so
you right by where I live. That's how I get to my house. You basically you fought where I live.
Yeah. Yeah. So and actually, I was shocked. I like it when I get to the South Carolina. The houses was beautiful. But the what shocked me is the they're very quiet, beautiful, but very quiet. I said, "What is the people? Like, why is no people outside? Like, what's wrong? Like,
Yeah.
who built these beautiful houses?
Yeah.
Who lives here? Nobody's the cars running. That's it. Like, I don't see people outside." I'm like,
Yeah.
I was shocked. And but and then I like really I forgot the name of the city I was, but though it was beautiful, like clean streets, everything beautiful, people smiling and swallowing and like, and then I was shocked. I'm sorry, where I am. I'm like, I was thinking I'm in the heaven. Like,
Yeah, they're nice out here. They're really nice out
oh,
here. But then
so
you went to
nice.
New York and you're probably like,
Oh,
oh, this is what they were talking about.
exactly.
Wait, keep going though. Let's into your fight.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Amateur fight. Yeah.
Yeah. So and then so we came here, like we changed 3 flights, no sleep. And then in Charlotte, we have to wait because it was storm and the flight wasn't going. Anyways, we come US and I fight. I win the amateur belt. It was 4 rounds, 3-minute rounds, or four rounds fight. I win the belt, and one my friend has a draw. The third my friend they lost the fight. Anyway, we go back. At that time, I was in the army because in Georgia you have to go army 1 year necessary. If you're healthy and you don't have any healthy issues, and you are the man, you gotta go army. So and I was in army. I finished my my job in army. Finished the contract 1 year, and then I have already visa, and I want to come US to continue fighting to go US, to go UFC, and but I have no idea where I'm going, how I should start, anything like this. But we have a friend, Boris. He was living here, Long Island, and New York is. Lots of immigrant and our community lives here, and it was easy for me to come New York, and because I have a friend here, Boris, and I came with my friend David from
David. David, he's the
yeah.
best. I didn't know you came with him.
I came with Georgie, and then the big guy too. David came 1 month after, same house with Boris.
But
Yeah,
you knew David.
I knew David from Georgia, but he was like superstar in Georgia. Like he was special person. He was like he was good fighter in Russia. He was.
Yeah.
And then I was respect, but now here, I mean, I wasn't friend him in Georgia because he was older than me, big guy.
Yeah.
But
he was big time in you in Georgia. He thought he was the man, and you were a little guy. That's it.
Yeah, I was little guy. That's it. And then and we came to our friend Boris house, and so Boris he's power lifter.
Yep.
Yeah. So Boris wants to help us, but he don't know nobody in like this sport, MMA. But he met one old boxer. His name is Mike Corleone. Ray knows him.
Mike Leone?
Corleone.
Oh, Corleone. Oh yeah, Michael Corleone. Yeah.
Yeah, Mike Corleone.
Yeah.
So the Boris asked him. That I have a good guys, the good fighters, and I'm looking for MMA gym. And then this guy say, "Oh, I have a kickboxing gym, but I can bring to them the grapplers. I can bring sparring partners. I will train your guys, and I can help to go UFC." So this guy lied to Boris. No problem. Bring your guys here. I will take care of your guys, and I will help you to go UFC. But this guy have no idea. He don't know any promotion, MMA promotion. And then his gym. Okay, we came here, and then we go his gym, and then it's a small, nice gym, but he has only like a fat ladies and hitting bags and cutting weight, like fitness, like more like cardio training, like and the kids, little kids, and then I was going there and I was doing 1 hour class and punching bags and like old ladies,
Yeah.
And then I was so depressed. I said, "What I'm doing?" I said I was training better in Georgia. What is this? This is my dream. This is not my dream. I said this is, and I was very like shy that time, and I cannot tell Boris, your guy, your friend, he's liar. This is not right training or how we should supposed to training. A long time I wasn't able to tell him because I don't want to make him feel bad, and I was just training hard, and then this guy say, "Oh, you know what, guys? I cannot give you MMA fight, but let's fight kickboxing and boxing." And then he gave me kickboxing fight two time. I win both fight, but it wasn't easy for me. I win 2 kickboxing fight, and then he said, "Now boxing." I did one. I fight 1 boxing fight. I win, and he said, "Now it's a Golden Gloves season, and you gotta go Golden Gloves." I said, "I don't even know what is Golden Gloves. I don't know." Like they said,
Are you
"No."
kidding me?
Yes.
How long did this last for? How long did it take to get those kickboxing fights into the boxing fight?
So my first kickboxing fight was a little more than 1 month. Next one was like I believe in 2 months, and then the boxing was like 2 weeks after kickboxing. Like so, 2.5 months. I had 3 fights already. So and then it was the Golden Gloves. So and then because I have fights, but I don't have official professional record or nothing. So and I wasn't boxer. So and then they signed me, they in a Golden Gloves tournament, and I win my first Golden Glove fight, boxing easy. Second fight was very hard because the guy was really strong and good, and I'm not a boxer. I was pushing, fighting like crazy. I was dying, but thank God the round was only 2 minutes, and my cardio was good. And then I was just pushing, and I still was cutting weight, and then the fight was same day, and then I was like, that was very hard, you know how it feels.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I win my second fight in Golden Gloves, and then third fight even more strong, be like strong dude, like crazy fight, and I win my third fight in the Golden Gloves tournament. But my nose, I think sometimes was this way, sometimes was that way.
I don't know which side it's on now. It looks straight to me.
Yeah,
It looks good.
Yeah, after this, my nose is good. Never bleed after boxing is good. It's okay. Anyways, and then after I win to that fight, and somebody come, the boxing house, somebody commission or somebody tell the coach I was training with, Mike. He said, "Oh, this guy, we look in YouTube and we saw some fights, and this guy pro." And then my coach Mike tell him he's not a pro. He don't have nothing official. Anyways, this guy tell him, okay, he cannot compete anymore.
Yeah.
And then, okay, I come home, whatever. But Mike told me, no problem, Merab. You just make weight and then you will compete. And I cut weight. I was ready for my, I think, semi-final Golden Gloves. I was gonna go. I go there. When we got there, and then the guy comes and, Mike, I told you, I text you, I send you email. I tell you this guy cannot compete here. I'm like, Mike, why you do to me? Like, I cut weight. I'm hungry. I'm like, and then I don't even want this boxing, but like you, and actually I was, be honest, I was happy that I don't have to competing anymore. I was tired of this fighting boxing. And anyways, and I said, it's not happening here, US. Like, it's so hard. And I already spent my money, and like, I cannot fight MMA. Even they throw off from this boxing tournament. And like I said, I'm already break, no more money left. Like no MMA fights, and they even kick me out from this boxing tournament, whatever it was. I wasn't getting paid or whatever. I was just fighting like a stupid. And
Holy smokes! I didn't realize you went through all this.
yeah, I break mentally. I said, and then the coach, they're very annoying. Every day I was going gym, he was telling me, "Hey, how much you do how much you weight? Let me see your weight now. Check your weight." And I said, "Mike, today of course I'm heavy because I eat, but I make always weight, no problem. You gotta you don't have to check my weight every day. You know, it's stress. I don't have to check my weight today because I'm fighting next week." So
Okay.
you know, and he was making me stress and and then
You're stressing me out right now.
yeah, man, that was the time. And I said, fuck this. I don't wanna fight anymore. And I retired anyways. And I now retired, but I said no. And I wasn't going to the gym anymore. So and then me and David, we spoke, and then we so this is fun. This is very how we find our team, Saralongo team. I will tell you now. This is funny. So me and David, we was looking for searching to training to where we should training. But we was living Long Island, and we find the jiu-jitsu place in Manhattan. Hazel Gracie's team. Hazel Gracie is jiu-jitsu, right?
But not in the city, in Long Island.
No, in the Manhattan.
Okay, Manhattan. Yep.
Yeah, Manhattan. So okay, I will continue. So give me a second. You're good. Okay, what I was saying. So
you guys went to Hensel Gracie's in the city.
Yeah.
You're thinking about where to train.
Okay.
And so
Okay. That was 2013, and that time I have Facebook only. I wasn't now everything is in the internet. You follow somebody, where people are training. That time, I don't know. I don't know why, but I was the technology. I guess maybe I wasn't searching. I don't know how to use Google and this, and then that was hard for us to find it. Where we should go training, but we was able to find the Hensel Gracie's jiu-jitsu gym in the Manhattan. So, and we started going there, but from Long Island to go Manhattan, you gotta take train and takes long time, and you gotta and we was training there and come back, and it was all day gone, and especially and then we need to work. That was hard from Long Island go. Manhattan. That was hard, but we was happy that we was getting some work. And
were you sparring with the guys over there, or just doing jiu-jitsu?
Yeah. I was only sparring, not jiu-jitsu. We was going Thursday and Saturday. Thursdays and Saturdays, and one of those Saturday we came. Chris Weidman, you was getting ready for Anderson Silva first fight. He was getting ready. Yeah, he was drilling some cage work with David. What's his name? David
Branch.
Yeah, David Branch.
Yeah, yep.
He was training there, and then this guy Chris Weidman, he's getting fight for a title, and we was watching, looking at you, and then David say, I know his coach Ray Longo. He was coaching track when I was fighting in the
yes. I remember watching David fight.
And we watch your training, and then we looking from the far, and after you guys finish, and then David say hi to Ray. Hey, do you remember me, David? I fought David. I fought Chuck Gordon.
Yeah.
Oh, Ray say, hey, how you doing? Where do you guys live? And we say we're living in New Hyde Park. Oh, Ray say, I have a gym close there where you guys can come to our gym. Oh, I said, this sounds good. And then I was happy already. I don't know. I felt it. I don't know. I was happy already. And then that time I don't have a car. I come to the Law MMA with my bicycle. I see. I
don't think it was even Law MMA at that point. It was just Longo's International Martial Arts, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Ray Longo mixed martial arts.
And then it was Power MMA after.
After,
Yeah,
yes.
and then
Yes.
Law MMA. Yeah.
Yeah, after you win the title. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and when I came there, and the door was open, I see the old cage. Remember? And then
Yep.
and I see and I was happy, and I said, "Oh, this is what I need." And then I signed, and then I started come to the with the bicycle. I was living like 25 minutes away. I needed 25 minutes to come to the gym by my bicycle, and since this, I was just coming every time I can come to make to gym, and I was getting sparring, I was getting wrestling, jiu-jitsu, like a real training. And I tell you, man, people was so happy. Everybody I was Georgian immigrant, and everybody was talking about us and like make fun of us. And we was so happy that people pay attention to us, people thinking we are humans, because people, they treat us like a dog, it's crazy, man. And I was so happy, man. People paying attention, and people was, oh, this guy is crazy from Georgia, Russian guys, I was so happy, man, And after this, since this, my life really changed, and I come, my energy comes back, and I realize I can do it. This is possible. This is real MMA. I see real fighters. I see real training. So, but another funny story is I was training. I was doing good with the other guys, but Ray told me, now 1 round you go with Aljo sparring. Aljo was getting ready for CFFC fight, and I jump in. And I try to take Aljo down. I think I did, but Aljo choked me already in the
triangle.
When I was the same the triangle, yeah. So I'm like, oh, this guy. I said maybe it's happened accident, but I go again, and he take my back and he choked me again. I said, and I realized, I said my head, I'm like, I don't know. I have like 10 fights in Georgia, win everything, but this is, I guess, this different level, because you always wanna measure yourself with your weight class guys, and Aljo did very well. He finished me. I said, oh, I realized I need a hard work. I felt like I was amateur, very amateur, very. I said, and then I got me think about I wasn't ready, but I was doing good with other guys. So, anyways, and then we try to get my amateur fights, and everybody say no, because that time some videos was on YouTube.
Yeah.
And and then they said, no, you gotta go pro. I said, okay, yeah, of course, I wanna go pro, of course. And they give me my first fight. You was there, and all my team was there, and I tried fight like old style. I used to fight in Georgia, going crazy and throwing pumps, but this guy take me down, control, had my back, and broke my nose, and I lost fight split decision. That was heartbroken. Like you won your pro debut, you think about UFC, but if you lost your first fight pro, it's not good, But team got my back, and they said, good fight, you told me a lot of compliments. That was a lot for me. I remember you give me some drink, champagne, or even I wasn't drinking. I was holding all night. I was holding because you give me champagne. You and Villante VIP upstairs, and you was drinking like crazy. You was champion, brand new, and it was big party there. Tropicana. That was good moment, good time, and my nose was broken. My eyes was going closed, but I was so happy because I get a lot of compliments. They said, oh, if it's UFC, there should be fight of the night. I don't even know what was it means, but I was happy, And anyways, I get really support, and I was just happy to fight MMA fight, and whatever. So, and then my next fight got canceled, and then after next Ring of Combat, I had to wait, and so I win my next fight by stoppage. But after that fight, they text me from CFFC. Oh, you want to fight in 3 weeks? I said yes, of course, because I was rushing fight. I want to fight, of course. And I take fight. I asked Ray. He said, yeah, okay, you ready? You feel good? I said, yeah, I feel good. I'm ready. I want to fight. Okay, we go to fight CFFC, but like week before I get cold and then I have ear infection. I wasn't good. I wasn't feeling good. I still cut weight, make weight. I was happy to fight, and the opponent was good grappler, I guess. And I was fighting, but and I take him down, but he was very slippery. He take my back, control me. That time my jiu-jitsu wasn't good. I don't know, good. Like I was rushing, and my ground game wasn't good. And then I cannot understand my coaches. They Metzera and Ray, they was screaming, but I cannot understand like what you do. And I was traveling, I just wait. I said, I'm not gonna tap this choke. I'm just gonna whatever, but this is sucks. I feel bad, like I was bad position. This guy was punching me, and then at the fight, I lost unanimous decision. And that time I have like a lot of bruises. I have headache after fight, and I'm like, why I'm doing this? I'm fighting for $500, and I'm still working construction. I'm making more money construction. Like if I cannot do, I'm not successful with this. Why I'm doing this? Because I should go hang out with the girls or like have a good life. It's better and work. I have a job. I said I should focus more construction. I should come contractor. I should come like. I said my head, if I don't, maybe you lose wrestling or any tournament is okay, but like when you lose the fight, it's very heartbroken, especially beginning. And especially when you have a big dreams and you think you can do it. So
yep.
I'm actually right away. I'm very this is a long story, but I'm very honest with you, and then I'm just sharing everything.
Yeah, no, this is awesome. This is really good.
So, and that time my heart broke, and I said, I cannot do this, like that was really heartbroken. I said, and then I have a scheduled fight, my next fight, Ringo Combat. I was going to fight, but I called Ryan, matchmaker, Louis Negle. I said, and I have a headache. And then I said, I'm not ready. I don't want to lose anymore. I don't want to fight. And I said, we should cancel fight because I might have a headache. I don't feel good, and like, no good sleep after this. I was worried and like, I headache all day. I was working construction hard, and then I have a hard job, really, like construction work. Depends what you do, but what I was doing framing and all the like hard work, like throwing the concrete and everything like heavy. I was helper like that time, and then I was a young guy, and then I was doing all the heavy stuff, like whatever they have to heavy stuff, whatever.
Yep.
Anyways, and then more than 1 year, I wasn't thinking about. I mean, I was training, and then that time my country boys was training at the gym. I was going sometimes there, help them, training with them, but I wasn't thinking about fighting. I was retired, my head, but that 1 year I take off. That time I realized I miss fighting. I said, I wanna keep fighting. Even I lost, I still wanna fight. Even I'm not paying nothing, I'm not making nothing, I still wanna fight. I said that time my papers, I don't have a paper. I wasn't able to travel like outside the country. If I leave US, I wasn't able to come back. So I don't want to leave US. But I said, when I will work, I will make money, I will fix my papers, and and when I will have my green card and I'll be able to leave the country, I will go fight Russia, I will go fight China, I will go Europe, and then I will maybe make some money, or even I don't make money, I want to fight. I love this. That's what I realized that time. And I said, yeah, I come back. I said, and I started going our gym, low MMA, training hard. I started jiu-jitsu, go Seras. And I said, yeah, I gotta come back. I want to fight again. And then they give me some a fight with other guy. And that time was easy to get an opponent because I have 1-2. So my record was 1 win, 2 loss. So and then everybody was saying yes because because I lost it.
Easy
That was
W.
good. Easy.
Yeah.
So and the comeback first fight was like really great. Ray loved it, Matt loved it. So that was really good. The guy was strong. And then I really dominate like wrestling. I did everything this fight and I win. I was so happy. Like I was like so happy I win. And then I was back and then they gave me second fight 145 upper weight class. I was a little skeptical. I was still feeling those loose that I have before. I don't want to feel anymore, but and I said, okay, it's okay, whatever. And I fight. And then of course team was happy, I was happy, and then Ringo Combat give me a fight, next fight, and I win. The opponent was like a wrestling style. He was taking people down and hold it, and I watched his fight before. I was his fight before, and when I was watching the fight, I tell, oh, if they give me this opponent, I don't want to fight with him because he was such a weird style and like annoying guy in wrestling.
Boring, yeah.
Yeah, boring. And I lost the fight like this, like grappler before, and I don't want to fight with the grappler anymore. Yeah. But and then they give me this fight. I want to fight Ringo Combat again, but I don't want to fight with this guy, but I cannot say no because I never say no for fight. And okay, whatever. Even it should be born. But I fight, wasn't born. I win this fight, and then they give me again fight. They said, if you win this fight, we give you a title fight. And I win the next fight against top guy. This guy is in the UFC, Tony Gravely now. So I win again this fight, and they give me title. I win title. Oh, and then Ray was happy. I was happy. So I came champion Ringo Combat. That was really like something crazy. Like that was big deal for me. So and after like Ray say, okay, no more Ringo Combat fight now. Maybe we should try like a big show, maybe Bellator or something. Be ready, and then but. And then I think he tried, but wasn't easy the fight. And then we make decision I was gonna fight again Ringo Combat, and then but luckily I was right time, right where. That time Dana White has looking for a fighter show, and then he was supposed to come our show, but and then at the same time the guy Rufion Stotts, who's fighting in Bellator now, he's doing very good. He was 8-0. This guy is monster, like two times division, like D champion, like good wrestling champion, All American, I think.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like same, I think you have he wins same.
Gotcha. He's not as good as me, but yeah, I got you.
Yeah. He's 135.
Yeah, he's a wannabe.
Yeah. Okay. So this guy really, his weight class, he's really good. So our weight class. So and then I know the guy was good wrestler, like amateur, so many wins, wrestling 8-0, all the finishes. And then this guy from Milwaukee. Yeah, Milwaukee. Okay. Yeah. So and from there, and I realized my head. Usually the pro guys from there, they're not fighting our fight in Ringo Combat. They fighting, other organizations. Like because I know Ringo Combat, you're not getting paid. You just sell tickets. So and then I realized the guy won't fight here. I realized the guy is special for me to. Whoever wins, I figured it out myself. Whoever wins goes UFC. But the story was, so Tyron Woodley called Dana White. Tyron Woodley was champion at the time, and he tell about this guy. He's the future. He's a really great fighter. You should bring him UFC. Dana White tell him, so I'm going to Ringo Combat now. Let's make him fight with the champion there, and then after he wins, I will bring him UFC like a good ways. So I don't know this, but I figured out that whoever wins this fight, because I was guessing this guy was so strong, so good, and whoever wins will go UFC. So that was my chance. I know Dana White was coming. I know my opponent was strong. I know if I win this fight against good guy, I will go UFC. And that time also, like, I have like I never have like this. We was talking about mentality, like I'm gonna die, but I have exactly like same. Like I never have like strong feeling like this. I'm gonna die or he's gonna die. You know, I have like this feeling.
Yeah.
That was my chance to go UFC, stop co-working anymore, construction, and so I was really ready for like dying or everything. I gotta win this fight. I tell myself, and yeah, and then the fight goes on, and I throw some kick, he block, and I turn around, I did spinning back fist, I win, you know. So, and then I was,
it was amazing.
so happy that I wasn't gonna work anymore. I have UFC contract. I know that time, and like everybody, like our team was so happy, and yeah, I remember, man. I remember coming to the gym. I have picture with you. You take picture with me. So like that changed my life.
That was amazing, and I'll never forget the dancing in the locker room when you found out you're going to be going to the UFC. That was amazing. I hope. We'll put a link for it or something. We'll put it in one of our videos somehow. Troy will figure it out. But that was amazing. Okay, so that was a lot. So we're in the UFC. You're still training at our gym. Let's see. How many ups and downs did we have in the UFC? And if you had to like say in a short way, how that went.
Yeah. So Dana White come locker room. He said, "Congratulations, you are UFC." I was so happy. Like you said, I danced. And now I know I'm UFC. So, but now we don't know when I fight. I was training like always, and I win the fight June 2nd, but they give me fight December 10, really. So, and I was the long time. I was training, and like 2 weeks before, I get very sick. I have some virus. I had COVID at the same time you had in January. Yeah, but I was sick. I wasn't fun. But it's nothing compared. Like I have virus before. I was dying. I have a flu 1 week. I was dying. Like I don't know. Like coughing, feeling so terrible. Yeah. And I have a fight in next week in UFC. So. And I never say no. I never stopped the fight. I still cut weight, make weight, but I was keep coping. Yeah. And that was December. I called, and then like before fight, you should be supposed to be warm. I was cold. I don't know. I don't get rest. And then the first fight, UFC, Fresno, and like a lot of things was like. Thing was like this, and I started fight, and this guy headbutt me in the forehead and cut my eye, and then I don't know, I believe it gave me concussion because of a big headbutt. That was okay. The funny story was so when they give me opponent Frankie Science, right? He was 37 years old, and then of course you gotta check your opponent, right? And then I see some videos, and I go Instagram, maybe I want to see what kind of training he was training. So I go Instagram, and I see he has 3 little kids, looks like exactly like him. And then I see his family, and I feel like something, I give him respect as a family man and good guy. And so when I was blue corner, I go first in the cage, and when the red corner he come to the cage, I saw his face. He has such a kind pace, and I visualize his pictures from Instagram with the 3 kids, and I'm like, I don't want to fight. I don't want to punch this guy. I don't know why, but I did this stupid thing in my head.
Oh my God.
Once we touched each other, and this guy come punch me in the headbutt here, I'm like, you motherfucker. Like,
you didn't feel bad anymore?
Yeah, you want to kill me? I was hurt already, and he knee me here. I'm like, and then I started wrestling. I still don't punch him. That was my first record. I take him down 11 times. I try control, but every time he was able to get up. One time I think I hold it down, but the referee comes and he said, "Oh, guys, you gotta get up." And then I was tired of all this sickness. Like I was virus where I get tired.
Yeah.
And I was trying. I tell you, I was trying to wrestling, and then I lost fight split decision, but I was happy that I come out. I was still alive because I was.
You were in a bad spot.
I was bad spot. Yes.
Yeah. For Longo to say it, Longo doesn't like to make excuses. Like, you know, if someone's complaining, I don't feel good before a fight, he's gonna be like, oh wow, the guy's actually gonna lose the fight now. He's in his own head. He's a mental midget. But he knew you weren't in a good spot, you know, and it's crazy. A couple of your fights like that. Well, I just will say, since you were talking for a while, to watch you from when you first came to our gym in the beginning, right away, I seen the heart, the dedication, and your willingness to compete against anybody, anytime, and you're going to give 100% effort. But you made a lot of mistakes. You know, your foundations, your basics weren't where they need to be. Like for jiu-jitsu, you know, you get on top of somebody, all right, we got both elbows in, both, you know, they're either both in or out. You know, it's not one in, one out. Like just basic things like that you were missing. You would make mistakes where all of a sudden you would get reversed, you know, and all of a sudden you're a mount. And you're just trying to rip the guy, you know, buck him off of you. There was no elbow escapes. There was no... But the heart and the athleticism and, you know, your willingness to try to win a fight was like nothing I've ever seen before. I remember talking to Ray, like, yo, he is so good. If we could just get his basics where they need to be, there's nobody beating him. He's a complete freak. There's nobody who could stay with him. There's nobody, you know, as far as cardio wise. And from the wrestling to the striking, I mean, there really wasn't like you had, you could see that you had potential in every facet of the game. You know, you weren't the best at jiu-jitsu, the best at wrestling, or the best at striking, but you had the potential to be great in every one of those areas. It was just small little mistakes that you kept making. And then over the years, like even, you know, losing those first couple fights, you know, in ring combat, and then the split decision, it's like you just slowly seeing you progress and evolve to where you're at now, which is amazing to watch. You know, I was watching you from the beginning to see the effort that you put in. And then also, like, you know, the hard times that you had to go through where, you know, maybe fighting's not for me, to be 1 and 2, you know, in the ring of combat, you know, when you had all these high dreams, and you're not making any money other than construction. It's like, all right, do I just start focusing on construction? You know, you went through those things. And I just think it's super important for people to know, even the machine had many doubts and tough times that he had to persevere through. And now you have, and it's amazing. It's an amazing success story. So where were we going? So from now you're in the UFC, the Simon's fight happens. Where did we just stop you? Where did I just stop you? What were we talking about?
So my first fight, like I was making mistakes. Like, you know, I make mistake. Really, I was fighting, but really, I was making big mistake. I learned from my losses. I was doing crazy, but I
you calmed it down a little bit because you're still a wild man. But you're a more controlled wild man. There's more thought behind everything you do. Yeah.
So, and my next fight. Okay, you said you have some. How about UFC career? Yeah. So I said my first fight. Yeah, I lost against Frankie Science. I was trying wrestling and whatever. So I lost my first fight. I wasn't feeling strong the fight, and I lost. But yeah, once fight's over, I was happy too. The fight's over, and I survived
Yeah.
because I have a really hard time there. So, but next fight, I was really happy because I know I wasn't feeling good, but I still was able to fight hard, and I still did okay. So now I was sure for next fight I'm gonna do very very well because I was training good, I was feeling good, and
Yeah.
then my next fight was in sprint. Good weather, everything was good. So and then my next fight was in Atlantic City with against Ricky Simon. So and I was fighting hard. I was winning fight, but I was doing more shooting, and I see my opponent started backing up, like back up, like he started running back, and then I looked the clock, and it was 1 minute left. I said I gotta take him down one more time and finish on top. I shoot, lift it up, and I slammed my head. We both went to my head, and then I got exactly what happened. So like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
pinch nerve or
Oh
something.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I cannot use my arm. He was trying to choke, and yeah. So I and then in the rough, judges say I was out, and that fight I realized also like I should focus on win, not like a crazy fight. I should not think about like people should love my fight or like I wasn't anymore. And then my third fight I have in
But
Russia.
just so you, yeah, that fight you got screwed on. That was ridiculous.
Thank you.
That was insane. Yeah, basically you speared your head into the canvas and pinched a nerve in your neck to where your hands, your legs were the only thing that was working.
Yeah.
And he had you in a guillotine for a minute and in a mount position. And the only way you could show to the ref that you're okay was by moving your legs like this. So if anybody remembers that fight, or if you go back and watch, you'll see Merab for a minute of the last round, he's moving his legs like this, back and forth. So just to let the ref know that he's still okay, he's not sleeping. And then when he sat up at the end, he sat up. The doctor came in. He went to lay down and relax because he was just in this, guillotine, and his neck is all jacked up. And then the ref stops the fight after the fight is over. So the bell rings. He goes to lay down after already sitting up. And when he lays down, the ref stops the fight, which is insane. You can't stop a fight after the fight's done.
Right.
It was complete screw job. So there you go. You're 0-2 in the UFC, right? To start off with.
Yeah, 0-2, yeah.
So you got Merab, the machine. We all know how good he is on the biggest stage. Now he's on record as 0-2. And we're like, this is ridiculous. Like, this is crazy. This poor kid. But we always knew, like, whoever he fights next, like, it just, I don't care what anybody thinks. Like, he's beating them. Like, it's such BS. Like, he's the best 0-2 fighter in the UFC you'll ever see,
Yeah. And that time I was thinking that when we go locker room, and Metzera told me, good job, Merab, good fight. Of course, everybody was still proud, and everybody was sad. And the judges don't give me a fight. And I said, I don't care. I said, I don't care. I lost fight. I said, hopefully UFC no kick me out from UFC because I have 2 losses in UFC, and hopefully they keep me to fight again. Hopefully I said I have at least one more win, and maybe after they kick me, I'm okay. And he said no. He said. I don't think so. I will try my best. And if somebody tell you like this, he told me. I said no one tell me, but I was scared to.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because a lot of times you lose 2 in a row, they kick you out.
Yeah. So but luckily the fight, they said that was fight of the night. Thank God.
Oh, yeah.
Good money.
Yeah.
and I said I gotta stop work now. I don't want to work anymore. And I stopped work. I was training, and my next fight comes 6 months later. I don't have money left. I was using credit card. The first time,
yeah,
I was broke. I don't like to owe money somebody or bank, or like if I owe, credit cards are very important. Of course, I'm using credit card, but I have to have in my bank account money, you know, but
Yeah.
I was broke. And then I fight, I make, I win the fight, next fight in Russia. I make money, but I was going to pay all the taxes, new taxes. And then I don't know when my next fight should be. As I started work again, you know,
Yeah.
but now like really life is good. And then, yeah, since this year, and like we said before, I was focused on win. Like I have some top opponents like Brett Katona. He was Ultimate Fighter winner, and I was fighting him. And once I take him down, I said, I'm not gonna let you go. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
hug you and then just throw some
Gotta
punches.
get that win. Yeah.
Yeah. So and then I was focused on win. So now I think I'm good position. I'm good now. I stopped work like more than 1 year, like almost 2 years ago. I'm training full time. I training with the best, and I'm really life is good. And now I can now I'm like I have 7 fight win straight. Now I can risk, you know. Now I can have an exciting fight, you know. Now now it's easy.
Yeah. I mean, even in that first round with Moraes, when you were hurt, you were landing big shots back. You know,
Yeah.
you landed some good shots in that fight on your feet too. I mean, I think you dropped him one time. I think you dropped him, and then you ended up taking him down as he was dropping. But you looked amazing in this fight. So now you're on a 7-fight win streak. Just beat the number 6 guy in the world. So now you're ranked number 6. What do we plan on doing next? Who are we fighting? When do you want to fight?
Yeah, I was gonna help Aljo for get ready for his next fight, but he's not clear from doctor to fight in October. So and now I'm free. I can fight soon or later. I'm ready. Really, I don't have nothing to do better than this. You know, I'm not married. I don't have any. I'm always trying to training and keep myself safe. And yeah, yeah, now I'm rank 6. I have 6 fight win streak. So I was thinking to fight with top 5, but now everybody is booked. Jose Aldo, he's 5. He's fighting Rob Front. He's 4. Corey Sanhagan fighting champion. No, not a former champion. Peter. And so there is Dominic Cruz. I think Dominic Cruz don't have a fight. He's ranked 10, I think. So he don't
11 right now. I'm looking
11, right?
because Marlon, because the way you and Marlon worked out. Marlon's now 10.
Yeah, so it's a big honor for me to fight Dominic Cruz, and if he say yes, I would love to fight with him, and that would be a big challenge for me too.
I would love to see you fight Dominic Cruz. I think that's a great fight for you. Honestly, I think anybody's a good fight for you. You know, I think you could beat anybody. So I'm excited for. I mean, that would be great. I hope Dominic Cruz takes the fight with you. But I have a feeling a lot of guys are starting to get to the point where they don't want to fight you. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the top 5 guys. We're not going to be talking about Aljamain because you guys aren't going to be fighting each other. But Peter Yan, TJ Dillashaw, Corey Sandhagen, Rob Font, and Jose Aldo. They're all ranked ahead of you. Pretty much all strikers. Dillashaw, I would say, is the one who could maybe mix it up more. But I think these are all great matchups for you, man. Is there any of those guys that you really, really want to fight?
Rob Front, I would love fight with Rob Front. I would love fight with Jose Aldo. But they fighting to each other now. But TJ Dillashaw, I would love to fight with him, but he's getting surgery, I believe. So, and Corey Sanhagan fighting title now. And yeah.
So it looks like you're either going to have to wait for one of these fights to go down.
Yes.
Either wait if someone else gets injured, you jump in.
Yes.
Or you're going to have to fight someone who's ranked below you.
Yes.
What's up with Cody Garbrandt, Frankie Edgar, Pedro Munoz, Dominic Cruz? I would say probably the options, right?
Yes. So Cody Garbrandt, he lost last fight. I don't know when he wants fight. what weight class he was talking about to go drop down to 125. So I don't know. He's the Pedro Muniz. He has also lost last fight, and he's good, but he has a couple losses. I'm coming off winning streak. So should I fight? I mean, I don't know. If he wants to fight, the UFC give me, I'm fight.
Yeah, I know you'll fight anybody.
But
I'm just trying to think here.
Guy, I have big respect. I don't really want to. He's like a legend for me. So I don't know. Yeah, I
love Frankie too. I don't want you fighting Frankie.
Yeah.
Love Frankie, but whatever the UFC is gonna do, they're gonna do.
Yeah.
Wait, I bet Sugar Sean O'Malley.
I mean, I would love.
Where is he at? I mean, he's not even ranked. I don't even see him on here. Is that right?
No, but I would fight, man. He
was close to fighting for the title. He was close to fighting and jumping in there. Him and Sandhagen, I think, were the guys that they were looking to put in against Jan, which is crazy. So if he wants to fight a ranked guy,
look
at that. Merab's okay. He's okay. You're not ranked. It's okay. You can fight me.
Yeah, Chris. I'm calling him like over 3 years. Like
you have been. I've never seen you talk more trash about anybody other than him. You've been calling him out for years now.
Yeah,
does he ever talk back about you? Does he ever say anything back, or he just pretends like he doesn't hear you?
He say that Merab wants fight. That the Merab is one of those guys who's scared of fight and he's wrestling. I'm not scared. Nothing.
That's hysterical.
Yeah, man. If I would take it down and
it's a bad matchup for him. I mean, honestly, the UFC, if they wanted him to be champion, obviously he's very polarizing and he's exciting and he's very popular. Everyone knows him, even though he hasn't really fought anybody who's in the top 15. I don't think yet. If there was a chance for him to skip over guys like you and even like an Aljamain or even like the top 15 guys, the way to do it would have been right now to jump in there and have him fight Jan. Because I think he's going to struggle with anybody like I think he's going to struggle with any grappler. Marlon Vera is the one who really took him out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's very talented on the feet, but as far as the full game,
right,
he's got. I don't know if he's gonna. We'll see how that plays out.
Right.
But
because and especially maybe his jiu-jitsu good, but he will get tired and he won't be successful with striking. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Listen, guys can have jiu-jitsu, but against a guy who's on top of them, punch him in the face and understands jiu-jitsu, and knows how not to get submitted. I mean, you train with Aljamain every day.
Yes.
I mean, Aljamain is as sticky as it gets when it comes to jiu-jitsu. You make one mistake and he's going to make you pay for it. Even me being so much bigger than him, I am not comfortable. That guy takes my back. It's not easy. I don't know if I'm getting him off. It's a freaking nightmare. He's a freaking nightmare. Yeah. So you get to go against a guy who at one point was probably your weakest martial art was jiu-jitsu. That's where you made your most mistakes. You got so much better there. It's very hard to get you in anything now.
Right.
And I think a lot of that is a testament to Aljamain and you being able to train with each other.
Yes.
You guys push each other so much. It's amazing that you guys have each other. Before we go, because we're gonna have to this will probably be the last one. Talk to me about living in America, and I know you're very patriotic and grateful for being in America and living here now. And I consider you're basically an American. I feel like you're a American dream, like a true American dream. Immigrant comes here, works hard, and becomes successful. Yeah. Tell me about that.
Hey man, I'm really grateful and blessed, and I really, I'm very patriotic, and but I really love US, and this is my second country because I don't know, it's many reasons. Like I don't want to count the reasons, but I mean, like people, like democracy, and our country always been friendly with US, and we are. Georgia, I mean, US, like as a politic, we are friendly and we like, anyways. So,
Allies, yep.
yeah. So anything like, I don't know, man, like it's so many reasons and like so many reasons and I'm living here and now I have house here and then now I have so many friends here and if you work and you're doing good, you're not a criminal, you are able to make money or help your family or you become a good citizen in US and the country appreciates you and people appreciate you and then you can do whatever you want. Long as you're working and doing smart things, you are, you know, but other countries like, I'm not saying other countries, but you know, like it's not, it's really, really great country because if you work, you will make money, you can help your family or you can do good things for yourself and the US changed a lot of people's life and even now so many Georgian people lives here like and then they are all hard workers and they working hard. They use them talented. Some people are smart, some people are doctors, some people are construction workers, and they are able to make some money, help them family in Georgia, and then and or here, even they have family here. This is blessed, man. This is good. You know nobody if you working hard, nobody will like stop you. You know, you are able to do whatever you want. If you have talented to open business and make money, you are able to. No one will tell you to you cannot do this because you immigrant, you from this country, you from that country, you don't speak English. If you talented with something and you can do good and you're not a criminal, you're free to go. So then I don't know. I can I you know it's my I feel like my English not enough to explain the good things to I mean why I'm grateful to live here and then why I love this country, but I really truly love this country and I'm happy to be here and now I'm even more happy than I can represent and I can hold two plug and I'm really happy and I appreciate everything and like I said before like how they treat me in the team. They take me as a family member and they treat me like a human. So now I want to pay back. I want to appreciate same and I will do more than I'm getting, you know.
And you do. You're the most grateful, appreciative person, obviously for the country, for the team, all your friends and family. You always try to do your best to represent everybody well and always trying to mention everybody that has helped you, from the people in Georgia to the people Long Island and UFC. You're just always trying to do the right thing because you truly are grateful. And it's a great thing. It rubs off on the other guys on the team, you know, to see not only your work ethic, but it's your gratefulness, which I think is the most important attribute anybody could have, is just to be grateful. Grateful for where you are at life and at any time. So listen, you're the man. I'm super excited for what's next for you. I know it's going to be awesome. And hopefully I'll be back in New York, get to see you again soon. And yeah, man,
Chris,
train well.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You are really, you mean a lot. You mean a lot, and you one of those. Not one of those. You are really hero, man. You know, you are good family man. You are good man, the great fighter, great champion. You did so many good things, and I know you're gonna do so many more. And in sport, I know how strong you are. I know how good, kind you are, good person you are. I really learned lots of things from you, and I really follow your career. And thank you so much for everything, man. You really motivation for us as a young up and coming fighters, and I wish you all the best. Good luck, and speedy recovery. I know you're already feeling good, and all the best, man. God bless you with your family.
Thank you, man. God bless you. And I will say before I leave, because you're making me tear up a little bit, because I started thinking about my father-in-law, Vinny, who would come to the gym he wanted to watch you spar and watch you work out almost more than anything. He loved you to death. Obviously, it was sad. If you don't know, my father-in-law ended up getting hit by a car walking into the gym to watch sparring, to watch these guys work out. And I just wanted you to know, obviously, that you already know, but I just want to talk about him as much as I can and let you know how much you meant to him. And you gave him more of a purpose every day in life. You know, the team meant so much to him. That gym meant so much to him. And you were a huge, huge part of that.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, he was good, really good, positive, good energy, man. I will always remember him as a good supporter, good man. But life is crazy, you know. It's crazy. Accidents can happen, and
yeah. That's why you gotta be grateful where you are in life at any moment, because life is fickle. You never know. You never know what's gonna happen.
Yes.
All right, brother. God bless, man. Awesome talking to you. We'll be talking more, and take care, bro.